Thank you for listening to my business plan. My name is Suleiman Rashid, and this is TRAID. Firstly, what is TRAID? TRAID will be a mobile application for a simplistic yet efficient tool people can use to sell online. The app will allow the user to link their already existing accounts from other websites such as eBay, Amazon, PayPal, Gumtree, Shopify, ASOS, and many others, in order to create a single platform where all their relevant selling information will be displayed on one screen. This information will include, firstly, listings. Current and expired listings will be shown, as well as a suggested relist price for items which have not sold. The suggested price will work via an algorithm which will search for competitive prices online. Secondly, stock take. Stock levels will fluctuate depending on which items have sold. The app will also have a measure of how many units are left of stock to be sold and what the level of stock the user has left after selling. Finally, financial stats. As selling continues, figures representing revenue and profit will also change. The app will update these figures while also producing figures on projected profit and revenue margins before items have ever been sold. TRAID will also have its subsequent TRAID user account for each member using the tool. Each account will contain a profile of the seller, and linked accounts from other websites will be saved. This will be essential in keeping sensitive information private, but also allowing users to log on from any device. TRAID will also never need access to sensitive information. As the actual transactions are outsourced to the selling website the listing is on, this will give users security that their private information is secure and that this will be a trusted selling platform. The app will also be a low-cost startup, as the first beta will be made by Coventry University computer science students, in return for a small sum and a reference on the finished product. Our vision for TRAID is to establish an e-commerce platform that's efficient, easy to use, and encourages the supply of online selling. However, to further explain my business plan and the steps required to pursue it, we must first look at entrepreneurship and its involvement in achieving economic growth of a company. Entrepreneurship. A modern-day definition of entrepreneurship would be the process of designing, launching, and running a new business, product, or service. It is also associated with an opportunistic approach and being able to take advantage to further improve a business. In addition to this, an entrepreneur needs to be risk-taking and confident, but also be able to face problems as they occur. Think positive and things can happen. Think negative and nothing will happen. It is a mental attitude. This is a quote from Lowe and Marriott in 2006. This quote shows the mindset required for a successful entrepreneur, and is definitely something I would apply to myself when designing the app. There are constant entrepreneurial opportunities to be explored both within and outside any organization. It is the entrepreneur's mission to seize those opportunities in order to better their business. Often, recognizing something your competitors haven't early on will show there is a gap in the market for the product. Innovation is a fundamental for any successful entrepreneur to occur. There are 4 key parts to the innovation process. TID and Besant in 2015 identified these as being the search, recognize the opportunity present. This may be a very subtle, short-term moment, but a successful entrepreneur will still be able to take advantage. Select, finding the resources to make your idea possible. If not, how are you going to obtain these resources? Once selected, a clearer vision for the business will start to take shape. Implement. At this stage, the venture is developed. All the resources have been acquired for the product to come into fruition. The final stage is capture, being able to protect the maximizing value factors of your company. For example, intellectual property is something businesses invest heavily in order to do so. Entrepreneurial skills. Certain traits are required to be a successful entrepreneur. Many of the modern-day entrepreneurs possess these traits and are firm believers of them. The first trait is tenacity. Entrepreneurs must be very persistent and heavily believe in their product, regardless of the problems they may face. This trait encompasses the ability to not give up on the first try. Scrutiny. The ability to scrutinize ideas that may not be beneficial to the company, but also scrutiny of your own ideas and self-reflection. This is a skill that is very difficult to excel at, and is done so through trial and error. Money management. Cash flow and managing company accounts is what keeps any business in operation. An entrepreneur should be familiar with these concepts, like basic bookkeeping, understanding credit, and also reading bank statements. Time management. The allocation of time towards being efficient while maintaining a standard of quality. Time management is crucial to all tasks being completed when expected, ensuring there is no lagging factor holding back the business. This is the business plan analysis. The strengths of my app. Firstly, makes online trading much more simple to access everything from one screen. Also may bring people into the selling market, such as the older generation who may have found it difficult to sell things online in the past, as now there is a new platform they can access. However, arguably the biggest weakness of my app is that for the app to truly act as one platform, partnerships with the online selling websites associated with the app may have to be established before the app can go live, to ensure no copyright or violation is committed. This may be difficult to achieve, but with the app gaining traction for it being the ideal for an e-commerce tool, partnerships are still achievable and are in the near future. There is no other app on the App Store currently which focuses on linking multiple online vendors and displays information across a single platform. The single platform capability of the app is what I feel will attract users to it, as its simplicity will allow the control of listings with ease. As there are no apps which follow this USP, there is clearly space for the app in the market and a gap to be exploited from an entrepreneurial standpoint. Two entrepreneurs that I looked at heavily who also study the management of entrepreneurship were Kersner and Schumpeter. Kersner and Schumpeter redefine the academic understanding of what it is to be an entrepreneur. Schumpeter's view stressed the role of the entrepreneur as an innovator and disruptive force, emphasizing the importance of creative destruction. This essentially means the introduction of new products, eradicating previous products which have since become obsolete. The diagram shows the rate of creative destruction increases in the US during the period 1960 to 2009. We document statistically significant increasing trends in big business turnover, changes in market share, and the difference in growth rates between firms that gain and lose market share. In contrast to this view, Kersner saw entrepreneurship as the ability to spot a discovery. While Kersner's entrepreneur is someone who discovers unnoticed business opportunities to make profit. An example of such an entrepreneur would be someone in a college town who discovers that a recent increase in college enrollment has created a profit opportunity in renovating houses and turning them into rental apartments. Although the idea is not directly linked to college enrollment, it's still a way to make money. Schumpeter's entrepreneur moves away from the market equilibrium with the addition of new goods, methods of production, and markets, while Kersner's entrepreneur moves towards the market equilibrium, as they are now more alert to business opportunities and are ready for recognition from the operating market. I then went on to test my own personal entrepreneurship, to see what skills I had and what skills I would be able to put into the app going forward. Taking this online test to see what entrepreneurial traits I possess and to what degree those may be, I scored 58 in motivation while the average is 60. I feel this shows me more than capable in having the drive to start a new business. I also scored higher than average on the aptitude test with a score of 67. This may also be an indicator that starting my own business could be successful, as it shows I have traits also necessary in entrepreneurship.